Howdy everyone. This week it's just me here. Matt is actually, I believe he's currently on his way down here. He's driving. So just me, no Matt. Is your etching guy back yet? Yes. Petabytes, Jeremy is here, but our laser kind of broke. Not really. A part of it broke, so he had to get the replacement. I think it should be here this week, or sometime next week. So we should be back up and running with the laser soon. So with that answered, did you guys? The bell is such. No, it shouldn't be. They just did an update with the YouTube streaming thing, so it might have changed something. I literally just had to go through and set some of it up, and it's different than it was last week. So, this week with Nomad, I'm just gonna do it from the desk. I got actually quite a few new products. I do have a new brand to PPCs, but not a new brand as in within the water cooling industry. They've been around, and we just started carrying some of their stuff. And I know we have another new brand also, but it's not going to be on the site till at least tomorrow or next week. I don't know, whenever I get to it. But we'll do that when Matt gets here, and we'll do a stream with all that stuff. So let's get started. I've been meaning to show these off because I know when I added them to the site, I was kind of curious on the difference between the colors, but we did get the EK Satin Titanium fittings in, and I was kind of curious between the difference between this and the nickel or the black nickel. So the only one that it's actually really comparable to is the nickel, and the biggest difference is the nickel, of course, is like chrome plated and whatnot, and this is definitely satin. So I really just wanted to give you guys a comparison in colors of, what looks better and, between the two and whatnot. Because when I added them, it's like not that big of a difference unless you put them side by side and say, okay, that one's satin, that's lighter, or, less shine or whatnot. But we do have the Satin Titanium in any of the EK fittings that we carry. We even got the extenders in. So that way, we have all the extenders, the 90s, the 45s, the T fitting, and then both the hardline and the soft tubing fittings, and even the 6-packs and whatnot. So anything that they have for the torque fittings in black nickel or black nickel, we have them in the Satin Titanium now. So just so you guys know, they are a little more pricey. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a more in-depth process, or if they just felt like these need to be a little more because of how they look. I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. We also got in some of their Drgb and RGB LED strips. So this one is actually one of their RGB strips that have actual PCB on it. They're starting to get fancy with their little bags and whatnot now. I kind of like it, actually. Doesn't really add to the product, but does make it look nicer when you have your logos on it. But it is just a PCB. It's actually a little more flexible than a normal PCB that you get like from Darkside. It actually has some flex to it. Granted, you don't really want to bend it. But I believe most of these are replacements for like their GPU blocks and whatnot. So that way if they break, you can buy a replacement and switch out the LED strip, because I believe it is a PCB style one in there. And then they have go back in there. Then they have their 180 millimeters Drgb strip. This is flexible strip right here. And then there is the 400 millimeter Drgb strips. I believe most of these are actually supposed to be replacements. I mean, you can use them for whatever you need. If you just want a strip that you want to put in your case that you want to make it DRGB, but I believe one of the points of these was so that they were replacements maybe for their distros or stuff like that, because I believe in their distros it is a flexible strip. But these are actually very thin. I believe they're 4 mil in width, so they can fit in pretty small places, which is nice because these are actually some of the sized LEDs that we were looking to get for our distros that we're making and have been making, and we've had some other design ideas, but we've had a lot of other CNC need to be done projects come up, so those have been kind of put on hold and whatnot. But they are nice little LED strips, and I believe they run between like $8 to $12. Let me see if I can find them real quick on our site without it being too crazy. I've been all day long adding new products to our site, so there is quite a few new items, and I cannot find them off the top of my head. But anyways, so if you need replacements or you just need a DRGB strip, EK has them. We have them for EK. So there's an option for you to either replace broken ones or just add to your case or build or whatever. And that's all I had for EK this week. But I did just finish up adding a lot of these Aqua computer vision blocks. So these are all for the AM4 3000 series, because they do have like slightly different mounting is the reason behind it. So we have all these blocks that come with the mounting, and I know we got the mounting hardware also, so if you just wanted to switch out the mounting hardware and have your old block, there's that option too. But I grabbed this one specifically because they started doing this was it PVD process of basically coating the top brass piece. So it's got this like kind of almost gunmetal look to it, which is I thought was pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it to focus. But I really didn't know what the process was and whatnot. You can do it basically to a lot of different materials like glass, metal. I believe in even some plastics you can do. But it basically just is a way to, it's better than electric coating stuff. It's more durable, lasts longer supposedly, and it kind of gives it a nice little look. I mean, these are pretty pricey. I think they usually range between, I want to say $150 to $250. There is a decent gap because there are some that this one is specifically the, let's see if that's on this part or it's on the, oh, I don't have the thing on it. But we do have the silver version. That's the word I was looking for. That's actual like 0.925 grams of silver in it. And then it has the PVD coating on it. So, cool option. Has a little gunmetal silver grayish look to it. Just thought I'd show you guys those. I didn't know if any of you were Aqua Computer fans or not, but they do seem to be coming out with more products now. I think most of the stuff I've been adding this week has been Aqua Computer products. Next, they have their new Reservoirs, which these are the Ulti-Tube D5 version. Currently, as far as I know, they don't have a DDC version. There are 3 different versions. Actually, I think there's 4 different versions. Excuse me. There is the regular, there's the Pro model, and then they both come with one with pump or without pump is an option too. And then they all come in 100, 150, and 200 sizes. So we got probably about 15 to 20 new reservoirs, because I think there might be another size in there. There might be 50, I'm not correct. They are glass reservoirs. The Pros, I believe the only difference between the Pro and the regular that I can really tell is they do have like this DRGB ring on them. This one is actually the one without the pump. I have 2 different models here, so let me get this. Comes with the connector for their little controller that they sell. Yeah, I've always liked glass reservoirs. They always just have a really nice shine to them and whatnot. And then you do get all the mounting hardware you need for it. There are supposedly expansion tanks that you can buy. I do not have any with me. And of course it just comes with like normal hardware. Nothing other crazy stuff with it. Let's see if this is the one with the pump. I think it might be. Yes, this one comes with the pump. And to be honest, the pricing on these aren't horrible. I think the 150 tube length one with the pump was like $160. Does it have the part that attaches the pump to the bottom? I don't think so. I think that is one of the things that you can buy additionally with it. It has like the mount, so you can mount the reservoir to your radiator and whatnot. But I mean, the only thing that it really comes with is like these plates that come in there. So I believe this is just so it can hold the, when you have it in there like that, and mount it with the pump and whatnot. I really think that's the only thing with that. But this one is I think this is what, a 100 tube. And let me tell you a price on the 100 of these, because I can look this one up pretty quick with SKU. Yeah, these are $141.95. So with a pump, it's not a horrible price. I mean, for glass tube and whatnot, usually I think the EK ones that they had for glass tubing were closer to 200 almost. But nice option. They give you a nice length for your pump cable, of course. That's quite a bit. And of course it does come with their version of the D5 and whatnot, their D5 pumps that they sell. And I mean, Aqua Computer always has great pumps. We sell the heck out of them. They've always been a good option for pumps, in my opinion. Now if I can put this back in here so it looks like it was supposed to. That might not be a possible thing. Sometimes when I stream with you guys and I just pull stuff out of boxes and then I'm like, how was that supposed to go back in there? Yeah, we'll figure that out exactly a little bit later. So the only other thing I got for you is the new brand that we started carrying. And we will, starting tomorrow once they are listed, I believe Hank is planning on listing them tonight. Had a bunch of products, so he's been helping me out, add them when he can. That way I can work on other stuff too, because I don't only add products to our site, I do 15 other things. But we will be starting a sale with this brand tomorrow, and I don't think you guys, alright, that can go, that's good enough. But we have, I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, it looks like bottles, doesn't it? Yeah, those the wires are pretty thick. So, oh, can you see any of them? I know you can tell they're bottles, but do you know what they are and who they're from? I don't know. Let's see. But we have officially started carrying Mod Water by Mod My Mods. So starting tomorrow, this will be on our site. I believe it will be the same price that they sell it for, no more, no less. And tomorrow, for a week, it'll be 10% off. So you can save yourself a little money, try out their fluids. If any of you have tried them out and have recommendations on them or whatnot, be nice to know. But we do have it in, so we have the blue UV. I believe we have all the colors they carry. The green UV, of course red. We got the clear. We have their ultra pure H2O water they carry. And then a clear UV. So it's not a whole bunch of different colors, but there is a different option, and I don't think they're horribly priced either. I don't know off the top of my head. Matt's gonna have fun, but yeah, I definitely think we will be testing these along with the other fluids that we got in that will be new, hopefully tomorrow, and whatnot. So that's really all I have for this week. Matt will be down starting Monday. He'll be here. And then hopefully sometime next week I will have the ability for you guys to start buying UV printed backplates. So we had some issues with our UV printer, where the printer had magenta dyed, and we had some stuff switched over so the clear coat worked better and whatnot. So I actually have done a test since we've gotten it back, because we had to send it to them to figure out exactly what was wrong with it, instead of buying a bunch of parts and then finding out that it was this part and we bought all these other parts too, because they really couldn't pinpoint the issue after doing all these tests. But anyways, we sent it to them, they sent it back, it's fixed, it's running. And hang on, let me grab the test I did. So, as you guys saw before when we were doing the stream, I did some tests, and this was before we had the clear coat working. Looks good, good colors, you know, kind of why I chose Rick and Morty. They do have a lot of colors in their cartoon and whatnot, so it's a good vibrant, you know, colored cartoon. But there's no actual clear coat on this because we have an older machine that needed to be converted to have clear coat, so I did that, and in the process the printer had decided to die on us and whatnot. But anyways, this was before we had it changed and fixed and whatnot, and this is now our results after. So it is a lot more vibrant in color. The clear coat is on there, as you can tell with the shine. I don't know how well I can do it side by side for you guys, but I mean, you can tell There's a lot more blues in there that show up. The reds are brighter, the green's brighter. So it is definitely a better option. And hopefully I will have that up for you guys so that way you guys can either A, buy a new backplate, UV print on it here, or you can send in your backplate and we'll UV print on it and ship it back to you. So that will be an option. I believe to have a backplate UV printed on is roughly going to run between like 35 to 40 bucks. I have to verify that is the price we're doing, somewhere around there. But best bet, resolution would be a 300 DPI would be the best. That way it is super vibrant and there is no pixelation. I mean, I haven't really tested anything less because normally just like for proper printing, no matter what, you should always do 300 DPI. But I might try and find some a little bit lower res images so that way I can test with those two so that I can show you guys results between something that actually has 300 DPI and something that has like, I don't know, half 150 to see where the results lie. I will most likely be requesting anything you guys want sent to be 300 DPI and at least needs to be the width of the or length of the backplate. You want a Where's Waldo backplate, Nori? I mean, it sounds like a pretty good option. I mean, that'd be, if you can find me the image and you want to send your backplate, and maybe I can work something out with you so that way we have some tests and whatnot. But that is actually all we have for this week. Next week, Matt will be down here, and we can do some more streams, not only do new product streams. I know one of the reasons why he's coming down is we're doing some add-ons to our CNC machine. So we'll spray coolant, and we do have a very big project that I don't think anybody has been told yet, and I can't mention, but once you guys figure it out, or once we're allowed to tell you, it'll be a pretty awesome thing for you guys. So, printed keyboard base plates would be sick. I mean, honestly, Astronomic, I'm willing to test on anything. I know people have asked about us UV printing on a GPU. My only issue with doing that directly on a block is that if for any reason something happens to your GPU, I guarantee you will not be able to RMA that either here or even at the company you bought it. Like you couldn't RMA it to EK, even if in the end it was their fault. I really doubt they will take a RMA on something that has this big graphic UV printed on and whatnot. But we'll see. I mean, we might do it if it's requested, and there'll just be the stipulations of, yeah, you voided your warranty and we can't take it back if something goes wrong with it. So that's why I want to stick with backplates, something that's not, what's a warranty? But backplates, so that way it's not really issue if, nothing's going to go wrong with your backplate. The worst thing that's going to happen is the threads are bad on it and you can't put it on your, GPU or something. Have some weird issues like that. But blocks are a little more crazy. So, but anyways, that is all we have for this week. I want to thank you guys for all showing up, even though Matt's not here. It's probably a little bit better of a stream without Matt. Always butting in and whatnot. But we will see you guys next week. Subscribe if you aren't, so that way we can continue growing this channel and doing more fun videos and whatnot. Oh, and just so you guys know, there is a new video series that me and Matt are working on that will start to come out within the next 2 weeks to 3 weeks, I want to say.